Okay, hi everybody. This is Kevin Hogan, Content Director for Tech and Learning magazine, techlearning.com. And this year we're starting a new feature and function for our coverage, our live coverage of ISTE 2016 in Denver, with a couple preview session sneak peeks. And with me here right now is Carolyn Foote, who's a techno-librarian, the librarian at Westlake High School in suburban Austin, and a longtime advisor to the magazine. Carolyn, welcome, and thanks for joining me.
Thank you. Happy
Maybe
to
you
be.
could start off by just kind of giving us a little background. How many years have you been going to ISTE? How long have you been involved in education technology?
I've been going to ISTE for about 12, 14 years, back when it was called NEC and not ISTE, so it's been a
Last
while.
century.
And I really enjoy the conference. It's a great way to meet global neighbors as well as people from around the country who I know online or through their blogs, and really speak to a larger audience.
That's great. And now this year you're going to actually be presenting at ISTE, is that right?
That's right. I'm doing a session called What's Trending in Libraries. I've been doing some work with the Center for the Future of Libraries, which is an ALA organization looking at trends in society in general that might impact libraries in the future. And so I'm spinning off of their work a little bit and sharing all sorts of cool trends like fast casual restaurants and how the implications that might have for library services.
That's very cool. So it's one of the things that we found with the magazine, that there still sometimes seems to be a disconnect between education technology in the library versus the rest of the school, and maybe even sometimes some conflicts between them. I mean, have you recognized that phenomenon, and how do you combat against that?
I think sometimes there is a gap between the rest of the building and the library, and sometimes the library is actually a leader in some buildings and bringing in new technologies. And I think it's important that librarians really embrace the language of contemporary culture. Like, we were the original sharing economy, if you think about it.
Right.
And so part of my talk is really about how can we embrace things, how can we connect things we're already doing with trends that are happening outside our field, and then how can we adapt to trends happening inside our field, like mobile technologies, and what do we need to do to be able to adjust to those.
Right. Now, do you see a lot of librarians at ISTE, or is that something that there are a growing attendance for librarians?
Yeah, ISTE has a really strong group of library attendants, and they have a library SIG group. There's a library playground. I always learn stuff, and I'm pretty tech savvy by going to the library playground. They've got a lot of presentations. Usually they're on maker activities going on in libraries, which is a huge trend for libraries right now. And they have a LibSig breakfast. So there's all sorts of library-related events there, as well as obviously just regular ed tech sessions, inspiring speakers, and things that libraries want to be a part of.
Right. And who are you expecting to be attending your particular session? Is it focused towards librarians, or for educators to understand what's going on in the library? Maybe a little bit of both?
Typically, I did one similarly last year. It was more focused on space design, but I've had everybody from architects come. Actually, last year we had several architects in my session, and to administrators, to librarians, to technology coordinators, people that are really trying to get a pulse of what's coming up in the future with libraries. So it's a assortment.
That's great. And do you have there what day it is?
Yes, it is on Monday at 12:45.
All right, fantastic.
Early in the conference, before everyone's exhausted.
Exactly right. All right, well, that's perfect. Well, I'll try to make it, and I encourage all of our readers to stop by and see Carolyn. I've seen her present. She's presented at our Tech and Learning live events, specifically in Texas, and they're always to great effect. So, Carolyn, thanks very much, and look forward to seeing you in Denver.
You're welcome, and I'll see you there.
Okay.